For my jellyfitters, my name is Jim. This is your Daily Brogue for the 9th of January, 2025. So what am I thinking about today? Well, I was just listening to Noam Dworman being interviewed by Havid Gur on, Havid's podcast, Ask Havid Anything, right? Anything you want. You can ask Havid. I don't know if he'll answer, but, you can ask him. Um, and, they were talking about things like, you know, how safe is New York going to stay for Jews? And there are a lot of people really worried about it and stuff like that. But, in general, they seem to be pretty sanguine. But they didn't seem to think that the world was going to end, although it might end. I'm not sure. Um, I've not had luck with weapons recently, and that tends to come in spurts. Oops, wrong thing. Is there anything around here? No, I think that means I have to find a potion. A mace. So I, got to Viv. I'm listening to Viv, and I'm listening to Gnome, and they're going on about this stuff. And I'm sitting there hydrating, getting ready for my run. So I'm just, doing some doodles. I got some doodles. I drew some robot Santas and stuff like that. It's just before Thanksgiving. And I'm looking at Gnome's face, and I say, Gnome, you really need that. That face needs to be a caricature. Somebody has to draw that face just to make fun of it. So that's what I do. I draw a little caricature on an art card of Gnome Gorman's face. Maybe he'd like it, maybe he'd hate it. I don't know. I don't know him, right? Never heard of him before. Actually, that's not true. I think I've listened to him on another podcast. I destroyed that resource. Um, so yeah, I'm looking at this guy's face. I'm saying, okay, what am I going to do with this? Who do you think? Oops, would want a picture of Gnome Dwarman's face? And the answer is Gnome Dwarman. I don't think anybody else on Earth wants a picture of his face. Um, Even if it is, a caricature, even if it is a funny version of his face. Um, I'm also looking at, and there's a little bit of room on the top. I mean, it wasn't perfectly centered, the face. So And so I get to thinking, remember that time when the sociologists like left a letter and with an address but no stamp, just sitting on somebody's windshield, right? What happened to those letters? Those letters somehow ended up in the possession of the researchers because you know so on top of this thing I have written, I have written blah blah blah, my dude. This is a long way away from that. Do I have an obstruction? You know what I'm going to do? I am going to come over here and read this potion or use this potion. It's life. Okay, no good. I was hoping that it would be. Let's see what Guess not. I was lucky. Poison probably would have been better. Well, actually, I've got the firebolt, so probably Discord is better. But not a great improvement. Let's try the axe. Not bad. I've not found any strength potions. So I've got that extra space on top, and I've written "Hand me to someone that gets me closer to Gnome Dworkin." Right, the whole goal here is get closer to Gnome Dworkin. We'll see if that works, right? I'm thinking about who do I want to give it to, right? Personal. Well, that seemed yummy, probably. Oh crap! Dwarman. I keep calling him Dworkin. I don't know why I call him Dworkin. I think I know of a scholar of that name, and I think I know it was a Dworkin in a book. Okay, there was a strength. Okay, so that's good. No idea about any of this other crap. No, that's not true. Shit. Let's go this other way for now. Oh, that's a good sign. What is that? Axe of speed. Feeling. Is there anything else? I think that's probably it. I'm gonna have to take a chance. Bad chainmail. Okay. Light out here. There's some water over here. Yeah, yeah, that wasn't a good idea. I could have just found this and it would have been fine, probably. Wonderful. Exactly what I need. And there is actually a good spot for use testing. H identify. H2. Cute. Okay, that's good. Let's see. E. Discord. M. Protect weapon. Descent. Firebolt consumes that flame. If it's 3 or over, it always does. That's not necessary. So we do not engage in unnecessary fights, especially while weakened and wearing cursed chainmail. I am doomed. Really good axe. Look at all this. Ooh, look at all these crappy things. Oh, this is a flail of confusion. This is actually better than the axe of speed. So that's probably close to the if I could get a flail seed, it would be even better. It would be close to the best item you could find or weapon you could find. Axe of speed is really, really good. I still died.